Hi everybody, this is a day trade recap. Today is December 14th. We're in the middle of the month now. Um, uh, and this is the stock that I worked with today. I only took one trade on it and look what it did. It had made a big move and then it had given it all back. So I want to show you how I traded this thing and was successful with it. I had nothing to do with this. I don't short stocks. And clearly that's a short play right there. But what I did was it popped up on my scan this morning right after opening bell, and it was this candle right here that I was looking at. It had made this nice move, and it was a doji candle. And so I decided to kind of wait and look what it did. Let me actually, if I zoom out, you'll see my targets. You see my targets? This is my target line, and this is a line here. And so that's initially what I had on my chart, and I'll show you how I drew those and why they're so accurate. But anyway, so I had that on there. Let me now delete my target lines and we'll redraw them later so you can see what I was working with at the time. So I had made this mark on my chart. And what I had was a solid down candle. And then I had this little, do you see that little red line right there? My indicators put that on there for me. And I use that line to help me draw my targets usually. But what I decided to do here was just mark it with a white line so that I could find it on my daily chart when I go to that to draw my real targets, because I use my daily chart to draw my targets. Okay, so it had made this move and it started to sell down, okay? And I'm thinking there's nothing else to watch. This doesn't even really have any news, but it's apparently being pumped for some reason and probably will dump. So here was that line where the price was when I first saw it, that first move of the day right here. And it's cool because it matched the high from yesterday. Okay, do you see that little wick? So that made sense that I should have my click right there. And let me go get my target lines and I'll show you. See, I don't have any target lines on there at this point. But I just click at the white line that I drew based on price action today and how it verified yesterday. Then I came down to where price was flat. You see that? It was flat for a long time here. And that put the rest of these lines on my chart. So now I have some really good targets to work with. I go back to my 1 minute chart. And it was still kind of selling down. And now I'm just waiting to see how it's going to react. Am I going to get an uptrend starting? It's below VWAP here. My 50 EMA, which is this dark blue dashed, is starting to point up. But it's below VWAP. So I thought, well, we at least need to get some volume because there was really no volume. And I thought, it's just not that good. I bet if it gets above this line, volume will pour in. So that's kind of what my logic was. So I wanted to see how was it going to react to this line that I drew, my target line. And now you can see as it's approaching this line, volume is starting to come in a little bit, just a little, not a whole lot. And it was treating that as resistance. Well, here's our pop, and here's where we started to get not very much volume. Now we started to get a little volume on this candle. And I thought, it's still pretty low. I'm going to wait. And then we had this huge candle that pushed up hard, and then it came back down. So I thought, well, if I get a good buy signal and my Z-score matches as a good entry, I'm going to get in and I'm going to go to this line. And sure enough, on this candle, I had really good volume. So I got in around $22.20, and I thought, okay, we're on our way. And I took it up to $25.09. And so I made almost $3 a share on that little trade, and it didn't take very long. And I'm glad I got out there because look, that's when it just started to give it all back and then some. So it's important to have these targets on your chart and know how to draw them and know how to wait and have patience, because this took, that was at 7:30 my time, or 7:33 when it first hit my scanner, and I didn't get in until 10, a little after 10 o'clock this morning my time. So it was a lot of patience, and I made what, $2, 22 to 25, so $3 a share. And I'm happy with that because today is a hard day. We're in a bear market right now, and it's going to be hard to find decent stocks. But this tells you the story of what we're dealing with. A lot of short interest. Well, anyway, that was my trade for the day. I hope this was helpful to you. If you need some help with your targets, understanding targets and drawing them and being able to get in and out accurately, just reach out to me. I have some fantastic settings on my charts that can really help you. Anyway, we'll talk soon.